now have a bunch of divers and people who strictly want to kill the AD carry versus a comp that I would like to now dub Betty and Meatballs.
Betty and Meatballs.
Because all of these dudes are going to be just this impenetrable fortress protecting this AD carry.
It's so good from the side of Flash Wolves how they saw the very early Akali and have said, oh, you want to kill us? No, 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 no. Galio, Gragas, Sion, Braum. Good luck getting through that. The Afrika Freaks tried to, and they failed. And a large part of that was because they were not active enough in the early game. And that is where our attention turns to Jankos.
Yes,
the man
sir.
that has been inconsistent so far in the group stage.
Had a bit of a fumble in the last time that we saw G2 play when they were going up against Fongfu Buffalo. He's the one whose stats weren't quite where they need them to be. Mid lane, the play coming in, looking to find that kill onto Perks, who tries to get himself away with the Shroud. Maple continues down through the river, making sure he cuts off the escape route, and first blood goes over to Flash Wolf. Is about midway through the lane. Yeah,
and it's just a pretty standard stuff. They still have vision on him because of the taunt. That's going to land an auto onto Maple, giving him that small bit of vision. He can't afford to hide in the Shroud because it's about to run out, but now we see more action.
And we can't afford to watch the entirety of the replay as plays are happening on that bottom side of the map now. Wadid is the target. Maple looking to go in, flashing the taunt, damage coming through. Chain CC, Thick Skin won't do it. Maple grabs the kill.
And pressure mid immediately rotated down to bot. This is classic Flash Wolves, investing resources into Betty, setting up to be the carry. 2 kills already on the board, and remember we said that it was G2 that needed to find vulnerable to being shut down in the early game.
See Betty getting a good trade down onto Hjarn in there in the bottom lane. And I talked about Betty's performance against the Afrika Freaks. Here's some of the numbers as you're going to see Jankos go in, looking to make the move onto that enemy jungler. Now finding a lot of damage onto Mugen, who goes over the wall, only to be picked up by Perks. Good job there.
He's going to take a bit of poke damage here from the Flash Wolves duo. I feel like G2 will just have to concede this Drake, but remember again, we want to backtrack to these win conditions of the two teams. G2, very solid 1-3-1. Ooh, a casualty in the bot lane.
Well, here we go, going right after the Braum. Not worried about the Xayah, recognizing she's able to get away. Jankos going into the stasis. Sword Art's going to be taken down. Jarnan grabbing the first kill with Did, trying to gobble up his jungler, keep him safe. Heroic entrance coming in. Flash Wolves can't find anybody in return. They've lost their support for nothing.
And G2 find themselves.
Has free boots as well from the Inspiration Mastery. Bottom side, here comes the dive. Nocturne going in. Jankos looking to make this one happen. Out he goes, but he's stopped by the Hextech ultimatum. Kill picked up by G2.
And now Flash Wolves, they're looking for a dive up towards the top side of the map. At the very least, they want to be able to trade towers, but it is G2 that will secure first tower blood. They'll give all the goals over to...
Worried about getting immediately blown up either. Adds extra kick to the damage, as well as providing the shield. Fantastic item for the champion overall, as Wander's going to look to make yet another play onto Hanabi, who can't get himself out. It's ult for ult once more. And what is a party without some guests? Vedius, G2 bring all the boys down into the bottom lane. But the follow-up will not be there from Flash Wolves, and that's another freebie going the way of the boys from Europe. And you aren't allowing Flash Wolves to make them make a bad decision. And now Flash Wolves are daring to change that. They're saying we cannot sit back any longer. We must force a big fight, and we will force it here in the Baron Pit. Hanabi on the front line. Betty and the rest of the Flash Wolves taking the Baron down now to about 1/3 HP. Hanabi still trying to run interference. Jankos wants to go in. If he steals this away, it's going to be massive. Red team has slain Baron Nashor, secured by the Flash Wolves, but at what cost? Wonder's taking down the base. He's on to Nexus turret number 2. He's got the cannon minions. G2 just needs to stop the backs. Hanabi's made it back into the base, but Wonder flashes to the side. He'll be controlled, but never killed. And G2 find their win.
Wonder with the back door for G2 Esports. They do not care about the Baron. The split push proves successful. G2, 2-1 in the group.
Betty and Meatballs weren't enough to do it today, Betty, as G2 will find that second win. They will hand the Flash Wolves their first loss, and they will feel good ending the first round robin of groups this way.
And while the ultimate play came down to Wonder, while the victory was in his hands, that was a team effort across the board. Jankos finding those ganks on the Nocturne. The team playing so patiently around the ban. The bot lane surviving after so much was thrown towards trying to shut them down.
And honestly, when G2 took down the Afrika Freaks on day one, I said, man, these guys got some macro. They're making things happen. The decision-making and the coordination, the communication among the team seemed on point. Today, it was the same